on DisRace and in social media news, it's a lot of breakups going on. Y'all haven't heard about a lot of this?
Yeah.
Seem to be rampant right now.
Yeah.
Papoose and Remy Ma is supposed to be separating. I don't know how people feel about that. You know, a lot of people probably even know who Papoose is. He's a rapper. Hugh Jackman and they're breaking, but
hold on now. Give me a second on this Remy Ma and this Papoose situation. All right, so you know, let's say
was she locked up?
She was locked up for like almost a decade, and he held the whole
thing down.
6 years.
He put money on her books,
and he held down the business.
He held down the business, held down the babies, everything, and then you out here.
Now, man, y'all know how it is. The women get on,
and she get a
That's
look.
how they do it. That's how they do it real. That's how they do it real.
And she making money now. She's out
it.
there touring and doing everything. And
What would you do?
Don't need them now.
Let's say your wife went to prison for 6 years. What would you do while she was in there? You would hold the house down.
I'd bring her crackers and cheese up there and stuff.
She don't care. So the interesting question though, did she cheat on him with a man or a woman?
No, she cheated on with
Why? Because her voice deep.
Oh my God.
No, because she been
What's
locked
his
up
name?
for so
Black
long.
Cat. That ain't what she cheated on. Don't do Remy Ma like that. That ain't what she
They getting it in behind bars.
Time in the cat house.
That ain't what she cheated on.
If your woman's a correctional officer, trust me, it's an 80% chance that she is getting broke off.
What? Say that again?
If your woman is a correctional officer, if she's a correctional officer in any facility, vice versa, 80% chance she getting broke off.
She wasn't no correctional officer. She was a prisoner.
Inmates too. I'm telling you.
Hold on, I'm trying to understand what you said before I say something.
What I'm saying, even she's locked up, because I know
Remy Ma was locked up.
She was locked up. I guarantee you, she the guy with a guard or an inmate.
I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying
wow. You saying she was already cheating?
So you saying that a female that's locked up
gonna get it?
She gonna mess with either another female or she gonna mess with a guard.
Yes, that is what Pornhub. That's what Pornhub tells us.
You want to say that's facts?
I'm just telling you, I got people in the business.
And I didn't mess with a female.
How long you in the business?
I was locked up.
How long you there?
I was locked up.
How long you there?
I did 2 years.
Who you getting?
That don't make no difference. It don't make no difference.
Who you getting cookies to?
It don't make no difference.
You can stay in 2 years.
It don't make no difference.
Did you get
it don't
extra
make
sandwiches?
no difference.
Did you get extra sandwiches?
It don't make no difference. Whether you locked up for 1 year, whether you locked up for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You got people that's been locked up longer than 2 years. I was locked up with people that was doing 10, 20-year bids, and they still didn't mess with people.
We're asking about you.
What you said? What you said? So don't go there with me. I'm riding with Remy on that.
Did you get the toilet paper roll? That's what we asked.
What is that?
I didn't mess with nobody in there as far as it came to a female in a inmate.
So you would have.
What about a correctional officer?
But you said that you guarantee you can't say that.
I said guarantee 80% because I'm just talking with people who in that business.
You can't say 80%. Because they don't know.
I'm talking about people that know that work in corrections.
Don't listen to everybody what they saying, because they be running their mouth just to be running their mouth. They don't know everything, so I can't.
So they don't know their job.
So it's not you guys.
I was in there, so I was their job.
But I'm saying no. So you gonna tell me that person that I talk to, I'm related to, don't know their job?
Yeah, and I stand them in their face and say because I was in there with them.
Yeah,
because he watched y'all.
I was in the part with him. I don't care. I was in the part. So which way you going?
No little
because I'm the inmate in the part.
No little
I'm the inmate in the part.
So you guys are not having pillow fights and soaping each other up. Is that what you're saying?
Every woman in there. I was in one facility. I was in there with 10 women. 2 women went the other way. The 8 of us didn't. So that's a flip.
Did y'all sit between each other's legs?
Yeah, so all of it ain't always true. I don't go for all that. And all them CEOs will be running y'all mouth. Y'all need to check that because everybody ain't with that. And I'm going to speak on that. Yeah, my 2 years was my 2 years. No, I ain't do 10. I ain't do 20. Right. I made first parole.
But you might
That's why I did 2 years. I made first parole. No, you can't say 20%. Brian, because you ain't no CEO. You going by what another person said.
He's a CEO.
I don't care. He still got. So he ain't got facts. He just running his mouth because he running his mouth.
Rick
He can't
Ross?
say that. He can't say that.
I don't know why that person make it up.
I just told you I was in the pod. It was 10 of us in the pod. 2 women were gay. 8 of us won't.
But why would the CEO make it up? I'm just asking.
I just gave it to you. People talk because they got lips.
Okay.
And I'm not saying, hear me good. I'm not saying that the women ain't doing what they doing the same way the men won't doing what they doing, but every man that's locked up ain't out there messing with another man that's locked up.
Amen.
That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
Right.
So
R.
don't
Kelly is
get
reading
with
books.
that.
R. Kelly
Nah,
is
I
reading
can't get
books.
with that.
Yeah.
Write songs.
Now, I will
R.
say,
Kelly's getting his ass whooped
I
in
will
prison.
say this.
What?
It might be 80% of them messing with a male CEO. I may say that. But don't say that they messing with another female up in there, because all of it ain't with that. Now I will say
And
that.
that 80, are you in that 80 or the 20?
Since you just went to battle for Remy, would you say that now that she's got on and got her stats up is now why she leaving Papoose?
I don't know. She ain't leaving Papoose. She just had a moment of whatever, and the help stepped up. I don't know what happened, but I rock with Remy, and Remy like, yo, Remy.
That's what it is.
I
You
don't
rock,
know.
so you condone the break off.
I don't condone what Remy did. I don't condone cheating
just
on
said you
nobody.
rock
I
with
just
her.
said I like Remy. I rock with Remy. I just don't know what happened.
But cheating
I
is
don't know
cheating.
what happened.
But now let's
Are
go
they
back.
married?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they've been married. They've been married for a minute.
Yeah.
They
Do they have a
consider black
prenup?
love in the rap game. That's
Do they
black
have a
love.
prenup?
No, they don't. I feel like they've been in the game too long for that prenup.
Yeah.
Jeezy and Jeannie and what is it? Jeannie Mai.
Jeremiah.
They had a prenup.
And
she
why
gonna- she
why
gonna
he
fight
filed
that.
for divorce?
Oh, he's
Cultural reasons.
cultural. Thank you. That's very well put. It's cultural reasons. He
Or
feels
you,
that.
or you can say the rumor. Go ahead and say
Well,
it.
He was a little too dark for her.
He feels that she does not appreciate the struggles
understand
the struggles that he's going through as an
a black
African American man, and that's why.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Well, come on over here to the
Give
Black
the other
Queens,
rumor.
Jesus.
What's the
We
other rumor?
understand,
What's the other
honey.
rumor?
We
Y'all better
understand.
give the other rumors
What's the
out
other
there.
rumor?
When you
She's-
said cultural differences she got with my man Mario
she got with Mario.
Lopez, Saved by the Bell.
You lying.
I'm telling you, that's what they put out there.
You is
He's the
lying.
Are we
voice
one of
cause
these
the-
shows? Is that a real thing? Is that a
I
thing?
mean,
tell you what they
You
put
is
out there.
you know
lying.
what? She
You
actually
know
said
y'all
she
love
likes
Mario
white-
Lopez.
I ain't know
Hey,
likes-
who?
She actually said she likes white men. That's her preference.
That's when she was with Frank. She said that when she was with Frank.
Okay,
you-
so you think it's gonna change?
Yeah, because after Frank, she went to Jeezy.
I didn't see that being a good. When I heard they were dating, I didn't connect them to a kind of like gonna be. I didn't see that as a good couple.
Right.
How many? Have you ever dated outside of your race?
Yeah.
Okay, why'd you
He's the
say
one that told us Oriental was racist. We didn't even know that. He brought that to us. He did, I promise you. Both let's be honest, he made us realize that saying Oriental was racist. I didn't even know that.
I didn't know
How
it
did you
either.
not know that?
Yeah, you can't call him
You
that.
can't call him Oriental, man. That's not a thing.
That's a
It's a
ornament or
rug.
something. Yeah, that's a rug.
It's a rug. But now,
And they're not even from
do
Asia. They're from
understand
like
that
Saudi Arabia.
you do understand that people who date Asians, white people, they date black people as a value signal thing. They want to be a part of what we do.
Well-
so when she married Jeezy, she thought she was in forever. Like, you just married Jeezy.
Right.
So she was like, oh, all black people fuck with me now. That's not the case. And
So
I know.
messing with a black person is your black
Well, I
card
dated-
into
I-
the community?
It's a token.
Oh yeah, I know white women do it all the time.
I went out with a white girl one time, and I didn't like the fact that she always wanted to go where my black friends were. We never went where her white friends were.
Yeah.
I went by her father's house with her one night around 11 o'clock at night.
That seems late. That
And
seems a
he
little
came
late.
to the door and said, that nigga can't come in my house.
Shit,
Whoa.
you lucky you
He
left.
said it just like that.
We've been broke up right there
That
and
nigga
there.
Did you
can't
break
come
up
in
with
my
her?
house. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No.
I said, well,
Hey,
if I
matter
can't
of
go in
fact,
your house.
Were
y'all in Mississippi? Where was this at?
No, this is California.
Oh, okay.
No, Mississippi. I couldn't.
Oh, no,
I
that's
couldn't get across
California.
the state
Let's
line.
not be. Hey, no, hold on a second. Oh, look. Just because you in California don't mean there ain't prejudice there too. They got plenty of prejudiced people in California. But Halle Berry just recently, she's paying her white ex-husband money, and she says she hates it because she still call him the N-word. Well, he called her the N-word.
Oh yeah, they do that.
You get people feel like they have this privilege once they start dating black people. They feel like they are part of our culture, and I know that we don't get any privileges. Just like Bo said, I've dated my fair share of the whites.
Yeah.
And I can
Not
tell
you.
When I
fair share
didn't
white.
like the fact that when she got around
Thank
my
you,
black
Richard.
friends, she had to let them know that I'm just like y'all.
No.
I'm down. I'm all right, Bo. I'm just like y'all.
No.
I'm like, no, you're not.
No, I've had.
I mean, my black friend liked it because she paid for everything. You know?
That makes sense.
She paid
I
for
got it,
everything.
guys. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Shane.
Hey, have y'all seen this video where this white woman is saying, "Oh, I got my DNA test and I'm 1% Nigerian, so now I'm a sister"?
Well, you know, that's
They all 1%. Or more.
They have to be, right? There's no way we're the original man.
You can't get recessive from the dominant. Am I right? Is that right?
I guarantee the moment she pulled over, she would not tell any cop that she's 1%.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah,
Right about that one.
She pull out on that whole white card.
That's why they use Ancestry.com is so they can let everybody know I'm not all the way white, so I'm on your side.
Right.
I'm
you know
trying
so
to get
funny?
my white card.
I'm trying,
Right.
man.
Because if I was,
And
so
you know what
funny
I
you just-
noticed a lot of too? A lot of white people adopting black kids.
Hollywood
And
did go through that phase. They sure
There's
did.
a lot of that
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
And they don't even know how to handle a black child.
I mean, I'd like to be raised in a rich white family too.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Until they
have
start
you-
combing your
I
hair.
can't- I'm happy for the black kids because he's probably better off with them than he is in a
Are you gonna say
in
crack
a foster home,
I
yeah.
was gonna say
home
crack
or
house.
something.
I just knew he was gonna say crack house.
But
No,
at
orphanage.
the same time, is he learning his heritage? Is he learning his culture?
Right.
Are they taking him away from that? I don't know what they're
That's
doing.
my whole thing.
But are we
That's my
teaching
whole
that?
point when you're talking about
Right.
interracial adoption. You do the child a disservice when you do not allow them to embrace who they are.
Well, I don't know if we're
And you
teaching
don't
that
learn
in
how
the
to comb
community
their
anyway,
hair.
right? I mean,
Wait.
our grandparents maybe. So everyone in this room, we are of a certain age. Not trying to, but the younger generation, are we really teaching about our heritage to the newer generation?
Not most
but
of
you,
us.
but you
So,
hear.
not most of us.
So even if they're raised in a white family, what will be different besides their economic status? In some cases, now in some cases it might not be different.
What I'm saying, Richard, is this. I'm not just talking about the history, but allowing that black child to embrace who they are as a black person. Okay. That's where I'm coming from. And it's not just me saying this. CNN did a special on black children that were raised in white households and how it was a challenge for that black child. So
To identify with the rest of the world after
and who they
that
are trying
raising.
to fit into this white mindset per se. And this is coming from black adopted children, not my opinion.
Now, to go with what you're saying, JJ, I remember I moved to Atlanta from Alaska, and I'd always been to private school. I was always the one black kid in all of the school.
So you got
not one black kid in the class. It was like 4 of us in a whole school.
You got a lot of spitballs.
So when I moved to Atlanta and I walked into a high school where there was one white student and he was afraid to go to his locker because he kept getting his ass whooped. It changed my whole dynamic. I didn't appreciate what it was like to be black until I moved to Atlanta. I didn't understand the difficulties. I didn't understand the gifts. I didn't understand the camaraderie. There's a lot of things that I didn't appreciate.
Even the language, right? The language too.
Well, not so much the language.
English. They speak English.
Yeah. nigga.
No.
I'm
But
talking
yeah,
about the
when I
urban
came here
language.
and everybody was saying shouty, I didn't know what the fuck they was talking
Right,
about.
that's what I'm talking about.
Because he's 6'1".
But it did, to your point, it did have a really strong effect on my blackness. Like I didn't understand.
But didn't you feel comfortable though being around black people, or were you at first you
It
was?
took a minute because and then
Right.
you got to understand it's high school. Children are mean. You know what I'm saying? I would get to the cafeteria and they'd be like, "Hey, y'all come here. Listen to this motherfucker."
Yeah, because
You
you're
know what I'm
talking
saying? 'Cause
proper,
I-
articulating.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And they're like, "Oh, this nigga gonna use
I'm
all
about
the
to say that. I'm
syllables."
about to say that because see, I grew up in Mississippi. And everybody said, "Oh, ain't no racist here." I didn't recognize racism until I left Mississippi.
Yeah.
Because Mississippi, we white people did their thing, black people did their thing.
Right.
We came together in sports and stuff like that, but it wasn't really like racist till I moved to California.
But did you have the concept that it was segregated?
That's what I was going to
Did
say.
you-
You guys
did you
still had a
understand
form
that?
I
of
didn't know that. I
segregation.
didn't know there was segregation like that. Then when I moved from California, well, I stayed in California, and I went to New York for the first time. When I went to New York for the first, I saw more black people than I ever saw in my life.
Right.
When I came out the subway in Harlem, when I came up at the subway, I saw nothing but a sea of black people. I was scared to death.
Right.
Because in California, when blacks came together like that, it was always a fight. Mm-hmm. We didn't know how to be around each other. But in Harlem, they were just walking past, you know.
Right.
And
that's what I love about Atlanta.
I was scared to death to be around that many black people at one time.
And that's what I love about Atlanta. That a lot of
we live in Wakanda. We live in Wakanda, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you leave Atlanta, it's nothing but white people and ugly people.
Facts.
Man, you know I gotta go to Alabama. Right.
You tell them ugly motherfuckers.
On that note, I'm not gonna lie though. When I moved to California, I saw black people. Like Mississippi, we had a bunch of people who just leave the house looking any kind of way, and and we didn't have a lot of money and a lot of people. And when I moved to California, I saw black people living a better life. They was dressed better. They groomed themselves better.
Yes.
They spoke with a more articulate, how you say it, Tim?
Vernacular.
Yeah.
And that caught me off guard too. And I felt out of place because I was country, and everybody when I went somewhere, it was like, listen to him talk.
Right.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
This country
Mississippi.
Right.
Mississippi.
Yeah, but there are parents out there that have kids that raise even though they talk a path for white, they do raise them with the black awareness. My brother's baby mom, as a matter of fact, she keeps Caden's hair like a sister. I ain't never seen my niece on anything social media where her hair was not laid. Yeah. She lets Cadence know you're gonna be considered black because your daddy's black. Like even though Cadence could skate by easily as his white, give Kristen credit. She don't even let her even go to that side. She lets her know what she's gonna be facing.
Let's look at it from this perspective. Now, Dion got a lot of black kids that done moved to Colorado. Guess who they're gonna be dating?
The other side.
White women.
Right.
They was going to do that anyway.
Oh. Because you got a lot of these black kids go to these big colleges, and the only blacks that are there are the people that's playing that are athletes.
Yeah.
And then you got some scholars, upperclassmen, smart people that got scholarships there, but predominantly the crowd is white.
Yeah, you go to play ball.
They're gonna date white women.
You go to play ball in Wyoming.
And then when you look at a lot of these guys who in the pros who've married white women, their kids are coming to the pros now. Because why? They have a lot of money, so the moms are staying-at-home moms. They can take them to practice. They can take them to all these training. When a black mom in a black neighborhood can't afford to take a child to practice like that,
right,
and they're working and they can't do it.
Right, and
so that's why you see a lot of interracial kids in pros now, in college, playing basketball, football, baseball.
Listen, man,
and you're right. A lot of single black women don't have the time and cannot afford to do what you're saying. I agree. There are only a few of us that can do that. I was one of those parents that I made it way. Right. But everybody
you dated you a white man with a car.
No, I ain't dating no white man. I love my black men. I love them.
Yeah, them white women be at the game talking about some Harambe.
Black America.
All right, man. This is DisRace. We'll be right back, man.